update on where we're at with the van. We decided to take it off the road for a little while because we wanted to do a bit of work to it, which is a bit annoying because it's sort of getting towards the time of the year when we really want to be getting away, but it needs doing. The engine that was in there was starting to put oil all up the back of the van every time we drove it, which was getting really annoying. We have to wash it every time, and it was just a pain in the ass. And although it worked quite well, it was going to be needing to be done soon, and I'd rather put a new engine in now rather than have to actually break down and get towed back and then have to do all that later on. So I built a new engine, which I'll show you now. Right, so this is the new engine. It's actually the engine that came with the van, and it just never worked properly. It leaked oil all over the floor, so we changed it, and it's just been in storage ever since. So I decided to restore it and you know, make it into a good engine again. So it's had, well, new everything. We've completely stripped down every nut and bolt on it's been changed, and yeah, it's hopefully should work. Yeah, I don't know if I'm very confident about it. See, if I built the engine in one go, then I'll be, you know, I'd know everything was done up properly and everything was in there, but I've been building it over about 3 years, just whenever I get a bit of spare time, and it's, yeah, will it work? I guess we'll find out the hard way. It's one of those things you constantly thinking, have I put all of the parts in there, have I tightened every bolt up, is it torqued up to the right spec? You know, or is it going to fly to pieces the minute I start it up? So yeah, it's a bit of a nervous one, and I kind of regret taking the old engine out in a way because, you know, it worked. It was a perfectly fine working engine, but it was gonna break down sometime soon, probably this year. So, you know, preventative. We'll see how it goes. So this is the gearbox. I bought this off a friend at work. Their dad had it in their garage for years and years, and it's the right box for the van, right year and everything, so hopefully it should work okay. But again, it's like the engine, it's one of those things, you know, hasn't run since like the 1980s probably, and you know, there could be any reason why it was taken out of a car. It seems to work alright just turning the input shaft, but yeah, it's all a bit of gamble really if this is going to pay off or not. If it does work, I'll have a really good engine and gearbox in the van and I won't have to worry about it ever again, probably. But if it doesn't work, it'll be an absolute pain. Right, so that's the engine out of the van. I've got to disassemble it all while it's under there, because unfortunately I can't get it out under the van. There's not enough room. It won't go high enough in the garage. So yeah, I'll have to take all the bits off the top of it, take the fan shroud off and everything else, and then I'll be able to swap it over if that gearbox comes out. I don't know how that gearbox is going to come out because it's never been out as far as I'm aware. I've had the engine out about 10 times, so that's not a big deal really. You know, I think every VW owner gets pretty used to taking an engine in and out regularly, but yeah, the gearbox on this has never been out to my knowledge, so it's probably going to be an absolute pig.
Hey everyone, quick update. So the gearbox is now out. It's took a few days. It's been an absolute pain to get out. Every single bolt on it was completely stuck, as you'd expect on a car that's as old as that. The bad news, the gearbox mounts are completely shot. They're just they're all rusted away, falling apart. One of them completely come apart, which means the gearbox can move. See, it's all fell off. That should be incorporated into the rubber, and yeah, not usable at all. So I ordered some new ones from well, tried ordering them from a few well-known VW places, and unfortunately all of them are out of stock, and they're going to be out of stock for at least 3 months. So it's you know, I can't wait that long to get my engine in my van. I want to use it over the summer. So I've managed to find something else on the internet that I'm hoping that will work. It's like an industrial mount for something else, but the dimensions are the same. I just hope that it's going to be strong enough to hold an engine and gearbox in. Yeah, so the gearbox mounts were completely shot, but the actual hanger was not too bad really. It was just covered in a big thick layer of surface rust, but since I've got to wait for the delivery of the the new mounts, which may or may not work. I thought I might as well restore it anyway and just make it look a bit better, because, you know, rust only gets worse, doesn't it? So I've scaled it and I've shot blasted it, and now it's time to give it some paint. So this is the generator stand. It was completely caked in oil and just little, you know, crud. So I've had it washed in a big degreasing tank for about 3 hours, and then I've put it in an ultrasonic cleaner. There's still a lot of just staining on it though, and a couple of bits of dirt. So I'm going to put it in the shot blaster now.